So this is how I used to wear this yellow outfit, and I still do wear it this way. But let's see what happens when I put the white bomber on. I think if I did this, I would hide the necklace and I would pull up so you see the yellow like that. But there's just a different silhouette that occurs. It makes this outfit that I've worn for many years with that coat feel like it's something new by changing the silhouette of how I'm used to seeing it. It's so good how this bomber jacket goes lower at the back. There are lots, as I said, of bomber jackets out there in different colours, but on the yellow, I adore white and yellow together, and as it gets hotter, I might just do it with the t-shirt and the trousers. This is an old Bella Freud dress I got last year or the year before. It's a classic 70s inspired dress, and generally I dress it up. So let's use the jacket to dress it down. So we're going to go for a high heel, and the way it's tied, I can tie it front or back. It's a really nice dress. It's a little bit tight, but what else? I'll probably do it, I might do it like that with a thingy back. And let's switch it up. So the cuffs are coming off, and instead I'm putting on silver chain because I feel it's a bit more urban. I've got this pulled up so I'm seeing the cuff of the dress, and then I'm leaving the tie just hanging as if it's purposeful, and I'm putting on a loafer, and then I might do a crossbody. But there are so many dresses that I keep for smart, and although it's white and you don't want any kids with Nutella to go near you, just making the smart white dress into a great summer piece works for me on a day when it's not 25 degrees. This is a old Joseph cord, which is black and white, and I always thought to myself, would I wear white over black and white? Now I would, but I haven't, because when I wear this, I usually wear it with a sort of winter coat from Zara in a black and white wool, which I think is somewhere downstairs. So I'm just thinking, let's look at white over checks. So you might think at this stage, I'm just putting a white jacket over everything, and you can, but there's some things that change the silhouette, and it's as much about the shape of this bomber and what it represents as it is about the colour, because a bomber is a jacket with less structure. It's usually made of quite a modern nylon-y fabric, and all these elements contribute to making the piece you're wearing with it seem a little cooler. So I'm thinking, would I tuck in at the front, or would I do a half tuck? Would I add a belt for something extra and just put the little front of the belt, the badge of the belt, whatever it's called, you know, the sort of bit that stands out at the side, so you see a bit of that. Would I bother with that? I think I did that actually once with this without the white bomber on top, but I quite like that little detail, extra little detail of something there. But what I will add is a red lip, because I don't wear red lip with black, but I definitely wear it with a black and white check. Love that together. I like the silver, the red lip, the black and white, and the white. Just gives a whole new vibe to the outfit. One of my favorite skirts from last summer was this one by Double J, and I love the print on it and the inverted pleat, and I'd wear it in this quite classical way with a nice little heel and this old blazer from Tibby, and it worked really well because the navies are the same, but it felt classic. I was also aware that the legs from the side slightly cut off the print, so let me just try it with the white jacket. So I like it because the length is really nice, you see the print, but I don't like the shoe with it. I think I wouldn't keep the shoe because it's a sort of ladylike classic look with a non look. So I'm thinking, what would I wear with it? So first thing I'm going to do is take this necklace and put it round a few times. Can I do it third? No, I can't. I did think I would never wear things like this, but I want to make it a bit more rock and roll. Did I say those words? Not rock and roll, it's slightly weird. Anyway, I'm just putting it like that. And I've got my sandal on, silver sandal, which I quite like for summer. And I could also put the shoe that you love to love on. I love to love, 'cause my baby just loves to love, love spins, I love to love. You see, they just bring joy, I have to say. I do. I love it, I'm afraid to say. I absolutely fucking love it. And hopefully I won't be getting too much shit on the bottom of the shoes. I do trim them occasionally just for you, those of you who want to know, but they don't linger too much on the floor. But I just adore that. makes the skirt very far away from classic. This is a dress that I just bought with Rose from Creative Classes because I thought it was cool from Tibby, and I haven't yet figured out how to wear it. I don't mind having things like that in my wardrobe because I get it and I think I know one day how I'm going to wear it. It would just come to me. And I think the shape is really challenging because it's straight up and down. You can kind of blouson it like that and it looks like a skirt and top. Then the length is a bit weird on me, so I want it down there. But I'm just going to play with it with the jacket and see what happens. So I can start with it right down there, all right? And the hem of the bomber comes to just below that weird hem. So I could do that. You don't really know that I'm very, you know, this was unflattering before, but now the jacket is taking that volume. You just see the length and you see a navy strip going in down all the way, which I like. It looks like a skirt and top, but it sort of works. I might just put the chain on again. I'm just gonna chuck it round as one piece. I got this chain from Jill Sander at Bicester Village, and you can just do lots of things with it. I'm just, you know, always like to, if the chain comes apart, think how can you put it together so it becomes different things. So I might do that. I just haven't got the patience to hook it in, but you get my drift. Like that. I quite like the focus in the middle of the dress with the low loafer, and I like the length of the dress with the loafer. If it was up here, looks a bit dowdy. So that works for me. That's a piece. Okay, let's try it another way. I took this jacket to New York, so I'm very quickly going to show you a couple of ways I wore it over my sequined tops, and it made them feel so fresh again. I loved it. So here you go. I wore this cord from Serena Butte, always with a structure coat. Generally, I would tuck in one side and leave the other as a half tuck. Very clean, chic, elegant, and I will still wear it like this, but it's a look I did so much over the last 5 years. So I am thinking, how can I do this look differently? So the buttons always closed. It was quite tight up here. Look. So first up, I'm going to take the bits out again and just do that layered look. I love the way the jacket ends here. I don't have any white jacket that ends at this location. At the back, I love the layering of it. It's exactly the same color, which is fantastic. The other one was always slightly different, and I adore this. I'd probably do soft round glasses for this look, like that. It just feels super relaxed and a different silhouette. Yeah, it's great. I think as fab as these glasses are, the glasses are feminine, this is mannish, so I would probably go to a more mannish shape with strengths to it, which has the shape of the jacket. It's a weird one, but I do sometimes think, what shape am I wearing at the top? For what structure shall I wear on my sunglasses? Some people suit one shape much more than another. I'm oval, so I can do this. It's a little bit oversized, and I can do round of a certain size and proportion. But it's so interesting, the difference. Look at this, and then going back to that, just not so strong. It's all in a little detail.